What's going on, everybody? This is the blockchain backer, bringing you the latest cryptocurrency news and analysis. Today, we're going to take a look at the XRP price chart, which XRP is getting very close to 42 cents. I'm going to keep this video very brief. I've decided to cut my videos up because I've been wanting to talk about the Fed rate hikes, Bitcoin, the price action, the Dow Jones, everything we're looking at this week because it's going to be a volatile week. But at the same time, I keep staring over here at this XRP price chart and trying to integrate it into my other video, and it's not working. So we're going to talk about XRP really fast as the price action is moving to the upside, and we're seeing the highest prices for XRP since June. We have not seen XRP at this price in 111 days, so it's undoubtedly going to create some excitement. But I do want to point to the things that I do see going on here. Now, of course, I've been talking about it for months that, the structure that we've made on XRP is that mirroring of one of a completed bear period, and that we've been working on our bottom in here. But the big question is whether or not we're going to actually break out right here or not. And I don't know. And I'm going to show you the reasons why it has me cautious, has me on edge. While it's really exciting right here, we see all this green. This price could just go like this and just invalidate all the things I'm going to say. But what I do see in here, I want to talk about really quick, and it has to do with accumulation structures on bottoms, or at least for what we're seeing here on XRP, and if this is Wyckoff accumulation. And the thing about Wyckoff accumulation is very frequently it can come in and take out this level, and then it can roll over and head all the way back down to these lows once again before the real move actually ends up taking off. I've stared at this chart plenty of times to try to figure out, are we doing it right now? Are we actually in the sign of strength phase where we actually are in breakout, or are we getting ready to go into the spring phase? So I'll put us on a better time frame here so we can really kind of see the price action that has played out here for XRP. And we'll take a peek over there at Bitcoin from back in 2014. So right now, the big question is, are we actually in a phase like this right here coming out, and we're now taking out the previous peak that eventually rolls over and heads into a spring phase, or did we already have our spring phase happen in here? And I could argue either one. I could argue that, the spring is actually coming next, or that this was actually spring back in here. And here's why, is because we can actually see, we actually did have something similar to that happen in here, right? Where you come off, we'll stretch it out like this, put it like that. So showing coming off the bottom, having the initial automatic rally, and then we go off to set the new high. And then what do? We create that same structure for our spring phase to come in. Now we're showing our sign of strength, and we are going into breakout. I can argue that is where we are at right now. That all matches up just fine. But at the same point with where we're at right now, I could also argue that too, that we're actually just right here. And the next phase is sign of strength. Or excuse me, the next phase is our spring to come in here. But I do see our structure in here is very much that of like our spring has already occurred in here for XRP, and we are actually in breakout. But I did want to make this quick clip really fast for XRP, that while this is exciting to see the highest prices in 111 days, I could tell you this is what's on my radar right now. It's got me really, really cautious right now. And if the prices were to break up higher and we could get much further away from this to show that that's not what we're doing, I'd feel more comfortable. To get away from this idea, I would think if you got above like 46, 47 cents, I would probably say it seems pretty unlikely that we're going into a spring, and that our spring actually did take place back in August. So I know this is the opposite of what most people probably want to hear. Probably want to see a video of hooting and hollering and getting excited, but this is how I always work, right? I try to be bullish at bottoms, exciting at bottoms, and then when we rise up, try to be cautious. I think this type of move would be very frustrating if it did end up happening, because people wouldn't understand why that would happen. But in a Wyckoff accumulation for a spring phase, it would be very common. So we have to keep going. I'm hoping it does continue to go up higher. But I'm also prepared that could be the next phase that comes in here right now. I want to be making a video being like, yeah, we got it. But this is definitely a phase where I get real cautious. So we need more follow through for that. Otherwise, it looks like the potential that this is the phase right before spring happens. So just wanted to point that out right there. If we get more follow through, and we get to 46, 47 cents, so then, hey, you know what? Forget all this. But I am certain there's a lot of excitement out there because we haven't seen the prices in 111 days. I wanted to point it out. there is caution right now. This could be the start of spring. And I'll bring you to this write-up that was done by Jim Forte back in 1994, The Anatomy of a Trading Range, which he dives into Wyckoff accumulation and talking about trading ranges in here. The thing that is optimistic to say that we actually are in the breakout right now, we are showing our sign of strength at this moment, is some people may remember me using this. Man, it's been probably 2 years ago, but do you remember me ever saying something like, oh geez, creak, and boom, then it breaks. In a Wyckoff accumulation, you have a creak phase before it goes into the actual spring that happens in here. And XRP did have the creak phase in here. Let me put Bitcoin back on, and I'll take this off of here. Matter of fact, we'll get everything off of there. We'll go like this right in here. That if you were to say your final phase, your spring phase is to occur in here, what do you have? You have your creak, which we could see the creak and then finally the break, which XRP did have right in here, right? So we had that peak, had the peak, took it out, then we went into our creek, and boom, we went into our spring, and now we're showing our sign of strength. So there is the case to say that we are working on our sign of strength to break out of here right now. But I wanted to point out that with being right here, right now, you could still just be right there. And that's where the caution comes in. So just showing you guys the things that I see. Obviously, down here, I'm not taking any action on XRP. I have bags of XRP. It's my largest holding that I have in the cryptocurrency market. All about it breaking out and going up much higher. Please. But I wanted to point this out. It is favorable to see a creek come in here for Wyckoff spring. And this could be our sign of strength. But at the same time, as we sit here at this exact point right now, I do exercise caution, seeing, hey, we could be going into spring next. So that's all I wanted to say about the current price action. We need a whole lot more follow through to say that this thing is done. So we'll keep checking on it. If we can get some more follow through from there to say that we're in our sign of strength and we're in breakout. If we are in breakout, say goodbye to that trading range, but we're still definitely in that phase where it could be the spring. So fingers crossed we already had our creek and we've already had our spring. It sure looks like we have, but I've spent too much time staring at it to confidently say it is or it isn't. But if we shot up to 46 or 47 cents or something like that, I think it'd be pretty reasonable to say the range is gone. Goodbye. We'll check in on it again later. Quick video for XRP. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you could, please like this video and give it a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe and hit the notification bell so you could be notified of when I create new content and when I go live. As always, this is not investment advice. I'm not a financial advisor, but if you ever need a pick-me-up or a little bit of reassurance, just remember that the blockchain backers got your back. Have a good one.